How you sell SEO depends who you're selling it to. I realised this in agency days when we were selling to anyone from small business owners to heads of marketing to other SEOs, and speaking to them in the same language doesn't work. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to sell SEO to the different kind of avatars you might come across. So the first kind, and if you're doing kind of general SEO agency work, you're dealing with small business owners or even big business owners, they're kind of the same. Anyone who's like a shareholder or a business owner who's got many different areas of responsibility, they're not worrying about domain rating, they're not bothered about technical audits, they're not bothered about how many backlinks, how many pieces of content, they're not bothered about all these geeky stuff that SEOs kind of want to talk about to clients or on sales pitches or whatever. They're bothered about results, clients, leads. Speak to them in this language. So speak to them in a way that tells them, look, if you spend X, you're going to get X back, judging by our projections. And you can go a little bit into it if they're a bit receptive to it. Most of the time, business owners are not going to be. They're not going to care about SEO stuff, And this opens up a little bit of possibility as well, not to only do SEO. Like, you don't have to be doing strictly SEO with small businesses. If you want to run some paid ads, do some social stuff, this opens you up to that as well, because they're only interested in results. They're only interested in, how am I going to get more business? How am I going to get a return on investment from using your services? Don't tell them about backlinks. Don't tell them about DR. Don't tell them about trust flow. Don't tell them about anchor text. Don't tell them about link gap analysis. They don't care. They don't want to know. And this brings me to the next kind of customer you'll be speaking to if you're running an agency. It will be like a head of marketing. Sometimes it might be head of operations. Sometimes it might be a head of, a project manager or something like that. But they're gonna have some insight into SEO because they're looking for an outsourced partner for this part. Maybe they don't want to build an in-house team. They need an agency or they need a freelancer to help them with this stuff. And telling this guy about results, clients, leads only sometimes doesn't land because they're like, well, okay, how are you going to do that? And generally, they're not looking for this overall results, clients, leads thing, because as a head of marketing or a head of a department, they're the one who wants to get these results, these leads, these clients. So speaking to them in terms of strategy is the best way to do this. And you can tell them the areas of how you're going to do things. Yeah, we're going to build links, we're going to do some content, we're going to do technical. Generally, you'll be on some kind of retainer. And talking about strategy is great, but you don't need to go into the super nitty gritty. We're going to do this many links, this much content. Telling them just the overall strategy, the high level stuff of what you're going to do is their language, and they'll feel safe knowing they've hired you. You know what you're talking about. This is how you're going to report on it. And that's another thing that this avatar likes is reporting, because then they can use this reporting in their own internal reports too. This guy, less bothered about reports, more bothered about results. This guy, more bothered about reporting. When I say guy, I mean girl as well. But this brings me on to the next kind of customer you're speaking to, and this is other SEOs. So when you're selling SEO to other SEOs, if you talk about results, it's not going to land. They almost don't care about the results. They're looking for specific SEO services. They're the one managing the campaigns usually. They're the one managing the overall picture. If you talk to them about strategy, they're usually the ones with the strategy, not you. When you're selling to other SEOs, what they actually want are the deliverables. So you're going to have to speak to them in itemized tasks kind of language. So we're going to do this many DR20 links, this many DR40 links, 3 pieces of content, 4 pieces of content. We're going to optimize 2 pages a month. We're going to do 1 site audit every 3 months. Speak to them in that language, and this will really resonate with other SEOs. So as you can see, 3 different types of client you might come across in your agency and 3 different ways of selling. And if you look at it like this upside down pyramid or upside down triangle, at the top you're selling benefits to the biz owners and shareholders. You're selling benefits like 1,000 songs in your pocket rather than 512 megabytes or whatever the iPod was back then. And then as you go down this triangle to the bottom, it's more about features. So the selling to other SEOs is all about features, exactly what you're going to do, exactly how many links, how many pieces of content, how many audits. And somewhere in the middle, when you're speaking to heads of departments, you're talking in between the two. It's less about the end results, less about the itemized stuff. It's more about the overall strategy. What are you going to do? How are you going to report it? And making them feel safe that they've chosen the right outsourced provider and you fit into their marketing team or you fit into their department seamlessly. So there you go. There's 3 different avatars you'll come across when selling SEO in your agency and 3 different ways of selling it. Hope this makes sense and hope this will change the way that you speak to these different kinds of people and you get more success with that too. Nice one.